Warning: the following program contains world premier certified ball players, incredible interviews, latest, hottest content material, may not be suitable for people with the following medical condition: original phobia, acute player hater disorder, no jumper, no handles, allergic to playing defense. If you suffer from any of these conditions, contact your coaching staff.
3 minutes to go.
Give it up, get it back, and make a poster.
Welcome to License to Ball podcast, where certified ballers play. And now here's your host, Hip Hop.
I want to welcome everybody to the License to Ball podcast. Back for another one. Sorry, delay on this stuff, man. Busy time, man. So I'm really discombobulated a little bit, man. Wrecked my car, basically totaled my car out. So that's one reason. And my schedule has been just messing up my schedule and everything, y'all. So you got to excuse me. This one should have been out about a week ago, really, man. And so it just time management, really, just time management with this stuff, man. So, man, it's going to be a short, long one. Like, you know, we're going to do a little bit of recap. We got Bojangles Friday night over there in Columbia, South Carolina. Gray Williams is going to be joining the show. Back on it again, teaming back up with my man, G-Dub from PQSPORTS. Been around the game pretty much almost long as I have, man, and always want to team up with me even more than we have teamed up. So, you know, I got to make that happen. You got to go where you love. So I got to start doing more work with my mans over there, you know. And then we're going to talk about Tyrus Jordan over there at Shiloh. Kid is really, I mean, man. It's a good segue because we're going to go with him first. Mr. Tyrus Jordan over there. Where was he at? He's over the Tournament of Champions. Haven't seen the kid play live, just seen video, and I haven't seen him. Me take that back, rewind that back. I have seen the kid play. I haven't been watching the kid play, but I haven't seen the kid play in 3 or 4 months, and it is night and day. It is like a 180 now. 180 on what he's been doing, accomplished, man, and he has signs of high major. That's not a question anymore. Mr. Tyrus Jordan is not a question on high major, low major. I mean, he's high major. Question is he going to the league now? That's what I have to see predetermined. I got to watch him play some more, and I think he's going to be the player that everybody's talking about coming into the summer. I really think they're going to be talk about this man. Really, they're going to be really talking about him this summer, man. They're going to really be talking about Mr. Tyrus Jordan. About 6'9", 6'10". I mean, really, I'm not sure who he played like now. I've seen him doing things. He's like a man child out there, really, man. He's like a man child. And he's all over the social media and people boards, man. He's really getting busy, man. He's really getting busy. Kid's really getting busy. So he's like 6'10", 6'9", 6'10", small forward over at Shiloh. Plays with Game Elite in the summer. And, I mean, he's really blown to the spot. He's who's hot right now. You know, you got Caleb Williams, you got Ace Bailey, people like that, and much more I'm forgetting about. But this guy right here, he's who's hot right now. He is who's hot. And man, what I'm talking about is I'm gonna be playing it. I'm gonna go ahead and play his video, so we can see. Look at that. I mean, this guy right here. We're gonna play it twice, but man, look at this. Look at this kid, man. This is good camera work right here too, man. Nice and bright and clear. But this dude right here, over the tournament champions, really was setting the stage off right here, man. Showing had the whole game on display. Whole game on display. I mean, just making it happen out there. Busting moves, man. Man, really doing it in, man. The kid is real special talent. And somebody gonna get them a good one. They will get them a good one. They will get them a good one. What I'm doing, I'm trying to find something that's not even showing up. I know I have it, but it's not even showing up. That's crazy. It's not even showing up. Him with that and one right there. Go and play that again. Started off from the beginning right here, so you can see this. He started off with a bam right there. Look at this. That LeBron James type dunk right there. Very emotional. I like the emotion, but I don't want to get the best of him where he slap glass right there, where he lose focus sometime in a heated game where somebody just get him emotional like him and get in his head. Haven't seen that out of him at all. But right here, 2 dribble pull up right here with the Ray Allen right there. Dribble handoff, spot up, hit a 3 right. I mean, where they getting these kids from? The kids wasn't doing this back in the day. Right, he step in and get him some space. That's that Kevin Garnett a little bit. Kobe is make that guy fall. Man. That's crazy what these kids doing now. He's just a man. What do you call a man child, man? A man amongst boys right there. He's doing with that man child. Dude right here, he's sick with it. He is sick with it. Kid is sick with it. I was going to go watch him play over there at the Double Trouble. And for 2 years in a row, I had Double Trouble. First year was my bag. I didn't put my name in a hat, apply for media credentials, got a little bit busy, and then I'm saying, hey, this Gymratinsider, I'm hip hop, so they knew who I am. So even I didn't do that, like they know who I am. So when I get there, it'd be cool. I've been watching the Double Trouble twins play since in high school over at Centennial. So I'm like, I am good. So I got there, I wasn't good. They wanted me to pay, even they know I'm media, and I made a mistake not doing that. So I was ready to go to over in Norcross, and when a right hand man saw how very how can I say this, hot as a 38 pistol, talked to them, they thought it over, and he brought me up pass and told me you're good. So this year, I made sure I put my name on the media pass, got the clearance that I was good, skimmed over the email about 3 posts about the event, and I said it's no problem because Gymratinsider, Licensed Ball Podcast, we do 3 in one day. By the end of the week, we have about 15 videos out, snippets of this Battle of the Peach. So I get there, and they told me I had to pay like what, I think $30, $40, $50, and I'm non-profit. I don't do this for a profit. I do this for the kids, and told me I had to do that. And I was like, excuse me? And I put my name on the list. Well, you didn't post 3 times before the event. I didn't see that. He said that. I didn't see that. And then I pay for myself what kind of media coverage I give events. So he wanted me to pay. And he did all these young kids like that. like these people ain't real media. He did them like that, and that's fine. You know, I'm real media. I'm day one. Then come to find out, I've been around long enough, so I know a lot of people. Come to find out, they picking and choosing, been arbitrary on who they let in free. Some people they let in free who didn't post at all. Only post one time or zero post. Did one article on the event, but let them in. I was gonna cover the whole event, so I just went home and had the whole weekend off, and then wrecked my car on Saturday morning. So I didn't cover any games if I wanted to. I wasn't gonna cover no games. I was just gonna play with my son and just chill out and catch up on videos like this late video right here. So didn't work out. That's why I didn't get to see Mr. Tyrus Jordan go. So I know I went on a tirade and digress, but I was leading somewhere. I'm long-winded. You know I'm long-winded and I could talk. I got the gift of gab. That's why I just started this podcast. So, but that's why I didn't see Tyrus Jordan in person. And any video we don't shoot, it's under the Fair Act of like 1973. As long as you use it for educational purposes and teaching purposes. So this news is educational, and we just breaking down the news. So I didn't shoot that footage. My camera can shoot just as good as that camera can. I just don't know how to use my camera. It's new to me. Mirrorless camera's new to me. So my camera can shoot just like that camera I got the footage from. So, but here, there, and there. But I wanted to show y'all what he's doing and why he's really the hottest player in Georgia right now. Tyrus Jordan and Game Elite starting to get some big ones and bang them out. They really starting to bang them out, man. They really starting to bang them out. So, you know, it is what it is. And we're gonna have the Bojangles up next. Yeah, we're gonna have the Bojangles up next. We're going to have Gray from PQSPORTS come on. He's going to come on every week and break down games with us now. I got a solid dude really want to do this thing. And he went over he going to talk about day one, Friday, because, you know, this stuff is bananas. I can't keep up with it. But Friday over the Bojangles, they had 3 games, and then we're going to talk shop and talk basketball, and you're going to see how well we got good chemistry going back and forth talking. So you're going to really get the gist of what we do. You really will. So no further delay. Let's go ahead and bring in Mr. Greg Williams, G-Dub in the house. And let's introduce him. Yeah, Bojangles, been around the game for a while, man. You know, he one of the OGs to this game, been around for ever since I can remember. I ran into him when he came in town one day. So this guy been around for a while, knows basketball and really get around. You know, he's wealth of knowledge, and we're gonna go ahead and go and bring him into the show.
Hey, I'm just here so I don't get fined. So y'all can sit here and ask me all the questions y'all want to. I'm going to answer with the same answer, so y'all can shoot if y'all please. I'm here so I won't get fined. I'm here so I won't get fined.
I want to welcome Greg on the show, man. How you doing, man?
Man, I'm good. Hip hop, how you doing?
Doing good. I almost forgot one thing. They got so many buttons and stuff on here, man. I almost forgot to do one thing. I need to turn up the sound a little bit. I don't actually see it on here. I'm looking for my mic input, and it's not even showing it on there, so I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing, but we sure will find out sooner than later when it go to all the editing and mastering and stuff, man, over there.
Been doing this thing a long time, man.
Yeah, man. I finally got my podcast exactly how I wanted it, man. Not exactly how I wanted, but presentable where I like it.
Yeah.
So before we go into Bojangles, man, let's talk about some adventures you're going into, man. Let the viewers know about how you start up a new media company with a lot of heavyweights around the country, man. Let's talk about that a little bit before you go into that.
Oh yeah. Well, no, I appreciate that, man. First and foremost, definitely want to invite the audience and everybody listening. PQ Sports 2024 Hoop Quest circuit schedule has been released. It's been released now for about a month. So, we'll be pumping out a lot of marketing stuff over the next coming days, coming weeks, just letting everybody know in the Southeast in the world what's popping. We'll be once again hosting 3 of our regional events in Atlanta and 3 of our other events over in North Augusta, South Carolina, home Peace Jam. On top of that, with the Hoop Quest 2024 circuit being released, got some exciting things that we're working on. Got some heavy hitters, as hip hop was saying, on the recruiting service side and stuff. The creation of the business called Make 5. Make 5 Media is headed up by Horace Naismith, one of the top gurus, guys that's been helping kids only from the grassroots level to the college level and to the pro level, connecting them to the right pieces and stuff. Horace sits on various committees, NBA Player Association Committee to name it, the McDonald's All-American Committee, John Lucas Committee, and he has his own underclassmen event that he does. It's pretty nationally known. 2 other members, along with myself, that's on it is Nationwide Tate. A lot of people know him. Huge connect for next level guys that want to be pros at the NBA level. Tate obviously is well connected at the college level. One of John Lucas's right-hand man. The guy sits on dozens of basketball committees across the world. Guys that, last but not least is Reggie Burke out of Tampa, another heavy hitter that sits on a dozen or so basketball committee. All of us, and one thing I pride those 3 guys mainly on is they have what I call pen authority, man, that when they write something, it can rise you and your name to the top. So that's important. So be on the lookout. Make 5. We just launched our website last week. We got some articles that are coming up for the events that we've been covering over the last couple of weeks. So we got even got some backlog events that we really have been covering right after the grassroots season that you're going to see us just pump out there. But it's just good rhetoric, good read, letting you know who and what's out there. So stay tuned.
Told y'all here, wealth of knowledge, y'all. Trying to tell y'all here, wealth of knowledge on that. So we got a segment we're going to be doing every week on Licensed Ball Podcast. Ray going to be joining the show. We got the PQ Sports update, what's going on around the basketball scene throughout the nation and regional, especially regional for sure. But we catch anything national, we're going to talk about it as well on this podcast because we don't discriminate, man. So you was over at the Bojangles over there on Friday, checking that out. They had 3 games on Friday, and man, it got so much stuff going on. It's so much basketball. If I had long hair, I'll pull my hair out. Can't keep up with all that. I forgot Bojangles had an event. And I'm going to start going out of the state for these events because at home, they don't want me to cover their event. They want me to cover the event like I'm a fan or something. So I just go somewhere else, even to a bigger event, and get some more national talent. And that actually is going to help me out anyway because it's going to bring people who don't know about the show to the show. But I'm trying to cover home, but they don't want me to cover home. Mm-hmm. So let's talk about that Bojangles event, man.
Oh yeah, Bojangles kid went 6 for 10 from the 3-point, and he was just lighting it up, man. Every time Canyon tried to make a run, he always hit one that just really hurt. But Legacy is one of those schools that I definitely want to see a little bit more of. Like I said, the Canyon International Academy out of Arizona, man, is definitely they had a talented group, kids with a lot of size on them as well, man. That was the first game. Legacy ended up winning that one. Going into that second game that I watched Gray Collegiate play against Gray Collegiate out of Columbia, South Carolina, play against St. Francis out of Houston, Texas. And St. Francis had the player of the Bo Bash, I believe. You know what I'm saying? I just seen just one day, but I heard the kid was impressive Saturday too. The 2025 Nigel Walls, man, 16 kid, man. He's a pick and roll, pick and pop killer. Like he just everything Gray threw at him. He had a counter to it. Whether or not if they were playing under on the pick and roll or if they was hedging and stuff, and he was punishing them. You know what I'm saying? St. Francis, they played. It was a real good game. I think Gray Collegiate just couldn't offensively get it going. They were tough defensively. The score ended up being like 58-44, so it was a real grimy type game. You know, the kid outside of Nigel Walls and stuff, he got a teammate, Marion Harvey, which is going to be special. He really didn't have a great night, but you just look at his body being 6'7", 6'8". He was real wiry, got his hands on some rebounds early, kind of got in the coach's doghouse, so the coach kind of was, you know, the coach kind of went with the tempo of the game. You know what I'm saying? Big ups to Gray Collegiate, my guy Dion Pathay over there, man. I think they've won the state championship like 2 years in a row, maybe even be 3 years in a row. So Dion, if you're listening to this or you listen to this in the future, man, I'm sorry, man, but I think you guys have won it back to back. At least I know that. But they had the kid. Their superstar, Taekwon McDuffie, you know, finished the night out with 12, and they got a Georgia Southern commit, the young man Braylon Thomas that's committed to Georgia Southern. He had 15, but like I said, as a collective group, I think Gray just struggled most of the night offensively to get it going. And like I said, Nigel Walls was a beast, man.
What is it with Nigel, man? Anybody who named Nigel who played basketball is good. I ain't never seen a sorry Nigel yet.
Yeah. Now the kid, man, like I say, he's 6'10", 6'11", man. And like I said, you know, the beauty of it was offensively, man, he was special, but defensively and defending the paint, he was special as well. Like he wasn't, I was talking to somebody a little bit about him. They was like, man, he like he got pushed around when I seen him. I said, well, you know what? Gray maybe didn't have that 6'9", 6'10" kid, but Gray had 6'6" and 6'5" that were real active and fighting and you know played hard and the kid matched their intensity, man. So it was really special to see a kid that put that kind of offense production out that played hard as well on the defensive end, man. So that was some good stuff, you know. Well coached team too from St. Francis. The third game of the night, which was probably the best game of the night, was Sunrise Christian Academy out of Kansas versus Ridgeview out of Columbia, South Carolina. Like Ridgeview, they were the host team. You could tell they came in there with a chip on their shoulder. They coach was hype. I actually thought I was watching an AAU game, the way the high school coach was acting and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Running out and stuff. But he came with it, man. Like I said, Sunrise, every time while we was watching the game, me and my partner was in there watching the game, it was like, yeah, Sunrise finna get control of this thing and blow these boys out by 10, 15. But every time you thought that was about to happen, Ridgeview come down, hit a three, or would just get a pesky steal and just control the momentum of the game and stuff. But they had a kid, Jaden Pretty from Ridgeview. He was nice. The kid, he's about 6'4", 6'5", played bigger than what he looked. Kid was a straight dog, man. His counterpart, his teammate number 12, Corey Corbett, a 2026 kid, went off a 19. Like this kid was just silky smooth offensively every time. Like they needed to come down and get a bucket. Sunrise was on a run. Corey was that dude. He came down and settled it down. And, you know, you can't go without saying, you know, Sunrise had a boatload of high major kids there. I'm gonna be honest with you. Just got outplayed. You know what I mean? You know, they was really in a hostile environment. It looked like Ridgeview just wanted it more. Sunrise coach was really getting on them about, you know, just staying locked in. But Sunrise had a kid, David Costello, that went off about 20, man. he's going to be the next he's a Kansas State commit. He's going to be that next Kansas State great PG. Like, this dude was a real deal, man. I really think that if the rest of his teammates could have matched the intensity that he brought to the table, Sunrise obviously would have won the game. But it was exciting just to see them go back and forth with each other, man. But that was a little bit of the Bo Bash of what I call those 3 games were live and in full effect for sure.
Now, going out of state, going a little bit far away from where you Atlanta basketball, watching these games and seeing this, what is the big difference between? That's actually more of that's a national event. Yeah. Atlanta trying to make theirs a national. I give them props for trying to do that, but the Bow is a national event. What's the biggest difference between the two? Who I guess Who's Given is actually, you could say Who's Given is a national event now. It is. We so spoiled, but it is a national event. So, what's the difference in these events?
I think strategy and partnership. Like, no offense, but like Bo Bash is pretty much backbone by the NIBC and Nike. All love and respect to the ATL Atlanta basketball movement, but a lot of those guys are just like independent marketing guys. Now I know Holiday Hoops Thanksgiving, from the aesthetics looking from the outside in, looks like they have a lot of sponsorships and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. It just had major names, but one thing about Bo Bash I've seen, and then like I've been to events like Hoop Hall and City of Palms. Like they have that affiliation
on the bucket list.
Yeah. So I think so basically I think the difference is more corporate sponsored with Bo Bash compared to whether being more independent marketed, which you got to show love to the grassroots side, but I think it's different at the end of the day.
Yeah, I just realized something. I knew this the whole time, but you just brought it home to me, and that's what's different about Atlanta. Atlanta's so it's a burden and a curse to what Atlanta is. Atlanta's so independent because Atlanta is transplants. So the transplants came down here, and it's free reign down here. So they was like lock and restrain where they came from. They get down here and it's wild, wild west. I think that's why you see so much independent. And then they were so constrained. They really don't know how to work with anybody. No fault of their own, but I don't think they know how to work. And really, I think all these independent guys actually work together. Mm-hmm. I mean, it'd be ridiculous what they able to do, but I don't see that happening, man. I really don't see that's gonna happen, man.
Yeah, no, I agree with it. You know, hip hop. You and I always talk about this all the time about stopping to reinvent the wheel and stuff.
Yes,
somebody already has a foundation and a piece of the building already built, and all you gotta do is just add your layer to it. Like join forces, alliance with each other, create synergy. So I agree with you. Last week in Atlanta alone, man, you had 2-3 events that were going on. So it was kind of crazy. But like you said, that kind of goes to what you were saying, to be in the Wild Wild West for sure.
Yep. I think they could share teams too. Even they invite the team there. I'm not sure exactly how to do it, but I know it could be done. I see the big networks do it. If they share teams and share conference, and they're making billions, I know you could do it on a smaller level. I know you can, man. I really know on that. And one thing I want to add before we get up out of here, man. Everybody who watching this, we got some solid fans, supporters is watching this, and we get people fly by night. People watch it one time and don't come back through, and some people watch it every once in a while. But if you really been keeping up with Licensed Ball Podcast, if y'all know, Greg not new on this show. He not new at all. For sure. He might not be on here he gonna be on here all week, every week now, but he not new at all. Trust me.
Not at all.
On this.
Yeah.
And we got one.
We got to throw that archive back out at there, man.
Yeah, every once in a while, if we think about something, I will play something that we talk about on the show. I'll go dig it up. I did that when we had Kobe Simmons' brother on the show. We were talking about one of the videos that when Kobe made that game-winning dunk, I think, tip dunk or stale dunk, whatever it was. Yeah. And we played that back on there, and we was talking about that. But, yeah.
No doubt.
We got some people I actually really watch this and really comment when they see me. They talk about it and give pointers on the show. And it's kind of funny. the pointers they be giving, I'm already on that. But it's so much stuff to do with this show. It's like that's not like sometimes it'll be my biggest concern to do.
Yeah.
But it's be on the list on the list to do. Cause like the biggest thing I want, like the sound needed to be louder. Like it was too low, and I figured that out. It's no fault of my own. If you ain't got the sound turned up and reading into it, as long as it's not going in red. If you do, you're dealing with sound that's going out, it's perfect. Yellow is fine, but green is perfect. Yeah. On that, that's on the back end, saying all this stuff. But man, since you ain't been on in a while, man, is it what you expected? And seen?
Oh yeah, man. Like I said, Hop, I've seen you from day one, man. You know, elevate. You know what I'm saying? So, everybody listening and stuff. Like I said, this is that dude when it comes to that basketball and that Guru podcast. So, man, I'm just excited to be a part of it, man. And like I told you, shoot, man, I'm gonna help elevate and just help take it to the top, man, as well. Do my part.
Man, that's music to my ears saying that, man. Both accolades on that. Yeah, I've been wanting to do this podcast exactly like this. I got a studio. Like I was thinking about showing a 360 view of my studio, but I'm just like, the watch haters just gonna go and then save up their lunch money. I ain't showing watch haters nothing.
Hey, they're gonna have you recreated in about 2 months, man.
Yep, we got some watch haters right here. Yeah. Won't like, won't share, will check in time to time again to get their checklists out to try to figure out how to do this. Because I heard to the grapevine a couple of watch haters trying to do their own. Instead of coming on here and sitting next to me, I heard a couple of watch haters about to start their own podcast like this. So,
well, you know how they not gonna be real and authentic. We gonna bring it. Like I said, we gonna. Hey, knowledge is key, and we gonna spit that knowledge to everybody out here. You just gotta be willing and ready to receive it, man.
Word. Right before I let you go, man, you want to give out your social media handle and stuff where they can find you?
Most definitely, I appreciate that, man. At PQ Sports, that's Paul Queen Sports with an S. Follow us on all social media platforms on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok. Like I told you, we got a lot of stuff coming out over the next coming days and stuff. Our graphics department is working on some stuff, and want to give a big shout out. Being a guy that's from the Augusta, Georgia area, 2-time state defending champions, West Side Patriots, has been doing their thing this year. I really wish the state could really get a chance to see them. I really wish their high school coach could have really understood what he had, in the stable and scheduled them on some of these nice events that have been going on.
Showcase events, yeah.
Over the last 3-4 weeks and stuff. But I was just telling somebody the other day that I really felt that Grayson was probably one of the best transitional offensive teams I've seen this year outside of West Side, because West Side's guard play. Obviously, West Side does not have the front court that Grayson has, and some of the other teams in higher classifications have. But I just think that guard play is something serious when you got guard play. So big ups to West Side Patriots and what they're doing down here in Augusta, Georgia. I just really wish they could have been showcased a little bit better to the masses. You know what I'm saying? So
yep.
Had to say that. No hate, all love.
Yeah, next we gotta get them on the show. One A players on the show, get the coach or something on here, man. Do that, man. Back channels, make that happen. They always welcome on it. I always tell everybody, this is not my podcast. This is basketball's podcast. I just host the show. Yeah, as you can see, man, Greg had a little bit of technical difficulty with Greg. Well, just cut off on the end, so he was unable to get exactly what he said. So at the end of that thing, it's one of those things we couldn't get exactly how we wanted to get it. Cut off with a little bit of technical difficulties. But you can see how Greg knows so much about basketball, man. Good guy to know, good dude. Every time I see that guy, he's the same way, approaches the same way. I don't even know if he had bad days. I think he kind of like me like that. We don't have bad days. We just have days and make the best out of it, really. That's what I think he does. You know, he wake up in the morning, and whatever day he presents him, he just make the best out of it, man. He'll be joining the show every week, pretty much every week. Let something go happen, he's gonna be joining the show every week, doing some things like that. I'm just happy he came on the show. I'm happy I got somebody to talk to about basketball. Really, man. More the merrier. Try to bring more and more people on. I want to thank everybody, man, really for watching the show. I want to thank you if you're here listening to this now. That means you stayed to the end. I appreciate that, man. You know, so lost my train of thought a little bit because I was going to say something about my car getting totaled, but it popped up in my head. But you can find us on all major platforms. You know, tell a friend, like and subscribe, share, retweet, repost, all this stuff, man. Keep giving me your comments and everything. I haven't heard anything from people in a while. I know it's holidays and people busy, but I still love your feedback, likes and subscribes. We're going to be doing more. I'm going to be putting more and more shows out. It's the busy season getting done with the first quarter of the season. And that's what we're going to be talking about next week. We're going to be talking about the first quarter of the season, really with Georgia basketball, you know, how it's been going and everything, and give our synopsis of it. But you've been listening to the Licensed Ball Podcast. All right. You already know how this go. Till next time. Peace.